Good morning, class 12 students. Today we will start in this video a new chapter named as Semiconductor Devices. This chapter is quite interesting and totally a new concept which you are going to study in class 12. It has no relation with the previous things or previous classes or previous topics. Okay. Now, under these semiconductor devices, the first thing you need to understand energy bands. Now see, we discussed about solids. We have studied about solids. Solids are made up of atoms. Now in atoms what happens? Inside we have nucleus and there are energy levels like this. Okay. The last energy level filled by the electrons, whether it is full filled or half filled, whatever it is, okay, that is called valence cell. Okay. And the electrons in those valence cells are called as valence electrons. Understood? Now this is the case of an isolated atom. Now, if we take, so what we first need to study is to study about energy bands. A small discussion will do how energy band form. If you take a semiconductor element, silicon, if you say what is atomic number 14, that means it has 14 electrons. Okay, if you do the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 हो गया, then 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, then 3s2, 11, 12, 13, 11, 12 and 2 are there. So 3p2. So this is the condition we have. Okay, this is the electronic configuration. That means which is the valence cell. Third cell is a valence cell. And how many valence electrons we have? 4 valence electrons we have. Yeah. This is the 4 valence electrons. Third cell, the last energy level which is filled is the third cell. For example, this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3. 3, there are how many electrons? 4 electrons. Now, how are those 4 electrons are there? This is the S cell and this is the P cell. Okay. Under S cell we have, under S energy level we have 2 electrons with different, and under P there are 3 energy levels, Px, Py and Pz. Again here we have 1, 1. Okay, I think in chemistry you know how to fill the electrons. Okay, now one special thing you need to understand here is what? Each electrons, if I say this is the S energy level, the electrons in this energy level will have same energy, but it's not like that. In a particular orbital, these are orbitals, the electrons have slightly different energies. That is, we can say like this electron and this electron will be having a different energy level, but the energy difference is very small. Okay, now how the energy band form? This we will study in terms of a graph. Now see, when 2 atoms of silicon atom, they are very far from each other. When they are very far from each other, what happens? Like this is the interatomic space and this is the energy levels. Okay, x-axis is the interatomic space, the distance between 2 atoms. When the atoms are very far from each other, what happens? We can see these energy levels distinctly. हमें energy levels दिखता है एक एक करके. For example, this is the energy level 3p and this is the energy level 3s. So we have 2 electrons here, we have 2 electrons here. Done. Okay. Now next, as soon the atoms start coming close to each other. Okay. In an crystal lattice, the atoms are very close to each other. So in those cases, what happens? So when the 2 atoms are close to each other, this is the nucleus of this atom, this is the nucleus of this atom. They start interacting with each other. Now what are those interactions? The electrons of this and the electrons of this will start repelling each other. The electrons of this will be attracted to the nucleus of this. The electrons of this will be attracted to the nucleus of this. So these are called interactions among 2 atoms. When these 2 atoms start interacting, then what happens? When these electrons, when these atoms start interacting, their valence energy levels start splitting into multiple levels. Okay, जो valence energy levels है, the valence cell का जो energy level है, that is 3s and 3p, they start splitting up. Clear? तो वो अभी एक एनर्जी लेवल नहीं दिखेगा, वो स्प्लिटेड दिखेगा हमको. क्लियर? You understand? So that's what happens. We have energy level 3. Yes, they start splitting and become multiple energy levels of almost similar energies. Okay. Now, see, we were discussing about one silicon atom which has 14 electrons, which has 4 valence electrons. Okay. Now these 4 valence electrons must occupy 4 energy levels. Done. Okay. But if you see nicely, how many actually energy levels are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 energy levels which are, though we can say that there are only 4 energy levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. हम जब केमिस्ट्री में ऑर्बिटल थ्योरी में हाइब्रिडाइजेशन दिखाते हैं तो वी शो दैट these 3 are different and these are different. Okay, but each electrons acquire a different energy. In these 2 electrons have a different energy. So what I'm trying to say is that there are 8 energy levels. Clear? Okay, out of this 8 energy levels, 4 energy levels are filled by 4 electrons and 4 energy levels are unfilled. Now this we discuss about one atom. Let's consider a silicon crystal where there are n atoms, n capital N number of silicon atoms. So for one silicon atom in the valence shell there are 8 energy levels. So for n atoms there will be 8n energy levels. Do you understand? So total मेरे पास 8n energy levels है. Out of this 8n energy levels, 4n energy levels are filled and 4n are unfilled. Okay, empty है. You understand how this 4n and 8n comes? Okay, why there is a 8? Because each electrons have a different energy level. Though inside S, these 2 electrons have almost similar energy, but there is a small difference. Okay, so now we are dealing with a silicon crystal. We are dealing with a silicon crystal where there are n atoms. Each atom has how many energy levels? 8 energy levels in the valence shell. That means n atoms will have 8n energy levels. Out of 8n energy levels, 4n energy levels are filled by 4 valence electrons and 4n are empty. So when the distance between the 2 atoms are quite far, then these 8n energy levels, or we can say 3s and 3p, these are the energy levels can be seen distinctly. Okay, हमें दिखेगा कि 8n energy levels दिख रहा है हमको साफ साफ. We can see 8n energy levels. We can see that 4n are filled and 4n are unfilled. Clear class? Okay. When the distance, if I go like this side, that means I'm decreasing the R. What is R? Distance between 2 atoms. So what happens when the distance decreases? These energy levels of the valence electrons start splitting up. ऐसा करके split करने लग जाता है. Okay, into multiple energy levels. So in this case, I can see distinctly अलग-अलग energy levels of the valence electron of the valence shells. When the distance is decreased, then I can see there are multiple energy levels. Each energy level of the valence shell splitted and become multiple energy levels. Do you understand, class? Multiple energy levels दिख जाता है. Okay. When I further decrease, now what happens? All the energy levels, okay, 3s and 3p split into multiple energy levels. All those energy levels mix together and form a common band. Okay, this is called energy band. इसको क्या बोलेंगे? Energy band. Now in this energy band, what we have total? We have total 8n energy levels. Out of them, 4n is filled and 4n is empty. Now, further when I decrease the distance, okay, further when I decrease the distance, what happens? The 4n energy levels which are filled, they form a band. Those energy levels go down, and the 4n which are empty, they go up. They segregate themselves with an energy gap, and that is called forbidden energy gap, EG. Okay, and this is called band formation. So finally what is happening? Again I am telling you, slowly the energy levels start splitting up and converting into multiple energy levels. They all mix together to form a band that is called energy band, which consists of multiple energy levels. In this, how many total energy levels we will get? 18 energy levels, because all the atoms together we are talking about. Out of them, 4n is filled and 4n is unfilled. Okay, now what happens if I further decrease the distance between the two atoms? The 4n energy levels which are filled goes down, and the 4n energy levels which are filled, which are empty, goes up. They separate themselves, forming two energy bands. Okay, this is one energy band which consists of all the 4n energy levels which are filled, and this is the energy band which consists of all the 4n energy levels which are empty. Okay, by an energy gap which is called forbidden energy gap, and this is the condition where a solid becomes a, instead of valence shell, we see energy bands now. So in a solid, so whatever we are studying here is the energy band formation in a solid, though we have taken only in case of a silicon, but these energy bands we can see in a semiconductor, in a insulator, in a conductor there. Okay, now let's talk about, this is 4n empty. Let's talk about specifically what is this and what is this. So now we have one energy level, another energy level. This energy level is filled, which is called as valence energy, valence band. And this is empty, which is called as conduction band. Okay, and the energy, the difference between both the energy levels is called as forbidden energy gap. Okay, इसका कुछ energy होगा EV, energy of the valence band, EC, energy of the conduction band. उनका subtraction is forbidden energy gap. So whenever we talk about energy bands, okay, that means we are talking about this. Bands means this is the band. Valence band, conduction band. What are the things you need to understand? Valence band is a band which contains electrons, those valence electrons. Conduction band is a band which are empty actually. Okay, now a few things you need to understand from here. See, we discussed how a conductor conduct electricity in case of a bond theory, that means in terms of cells. There is valence electrons here in an atom, for example. Now, due to the interaction, these valence electrons comes out of the orbit and it is free to move. Then this becomes free electrons, right? Okay, पहले वो valence electrons था which is in the valence shell. Due to the interaction between the atom, it comes out of the orbit and goes to the crystal lattice. Now it is free, that is called free electrons, and because of the free electrons, electricity conduct. Now what happens in terms of energy band? इसी चीज को मैं energy band में कैसे समझाऊं? Listen very carefully. The electrons are there in the valence band. Okay, when we give some energy to the electrons in the valence band, that energy must be minimum equals to energy band, a forbidden energy gap. If an electron from here can jump to the conduction band, for the electron to jump to the valence band to conduction band, the electron must get this much amount of energy, because this is the forbidden. Forbidden means what? This is the energy which is separating both the bands, which is obstructing the electrons to come to the conduction band. Clear? So when I give this much amount of energy to the electrons jump to the conduction band now. Okay, now when they jump to the conduction band, now they are become free electrons. Now they can conduct electricity. So what you need to understand is that in terms of energy band diagram, how we can say a solid conduct electricity? So in terms of energy band diagram, the solid can conduct electricity only when the electrons can come to the conduction band. इस concept को याद रखना है. Okay, understand? So what is forbidden energy gap? You understand? Okay. Now next we will, a very important part. Whatever we have studied till now, यहाँ से exam में कुछ नहीं आएगा. But with respect to the energy band diagram, one question always comes in examination, like distinguish solids in terms of energy band diagram. How we can distinguish semiconductor, conductor and insulator in terms of energy band diagram? This is a very important question. Always comes in boards, which you will see in page number 2. Another topic, classification between conductors, insulators and semiconductors using energy band diagram. Okay, now see, this question is very important. Please understand it very nicely. Classification of solids in terms of energy band diagram. दिस क्वेश्चन कम्स इन 3 marks बेसिकली. ओके, तो तुम्हें क्या करना है, तुम्हें सिर्फ ये दिखाना है कि विथ रेस्पेक्ट टू एनर्जी बैंड हाउ वी कैन से a solid is a conductor, a solid is an insulator, or a solid is a semiconductor. So if I talk about a conductor, so in conductors how the energy band diagrams are there. So in case of conductor there are two types of energy band diagram. First, conduction band and valence band overlap each other. So this is the valence band and this is the conduction band. They overlap each other. Now listen very carefully. We know electrons are there in the valence band. So when they overlap each other, then those electrons which are in the valence band are also in the conduction band, hence they conduct electricity. So this is one type of solids, okay, which are considered as the conductors where the energy band diagrams are overlapping each other. The next type of solids, what happens? We have a conduction band, we have a valence band. This is the valence band, this is a conduction band. Valence band is completely filled. What happens? There is some energy gap also, but the conduction band is partially filled already. पहले से ही conduction band partially filled होता है. That means the energy levels में कुछ ना कुछ electrons पहले से होते हैं. So see, now the electrons are already in the conduction band, so they will conduct electricity. So this is the two-way of energy band. So if, for example, you have energy band diagrams in your exam, and you say, and so the question is asked like, identify which is a solid, which is a conductor, which is a semiconductor, and which is an insulator. So what's the job is, you need to see if the energy bands are overlapping on each other, then it is a solid. It is a solid which is a conductor, or if the conduction band is already filled, पहले से filled है, okay, partially filled है, then again it's a conductor. Next, semiconductor. Now what is a semiconductor? Now before going to the semiconductor, let's go for insulator. Okay, because there is some mistake in the notes. Insulator, what happens? There is a conduction band, there is a valence band. Valence band is completely filled. The only difference is that the energy gap is very high, greater than 3 electron volt. So this energy gap is so high that the electrons cannot jump from valence band to conduction band. Hence, it is always act like an insulator. It can never conduct electricity. Next is semiconductor. Now what happens in semiconductor? There is a conduction band, there is a valence band. Valence band is filled. The only difference is that the energy gap is less than 3 electron volt. So please check out your notes. This is the mistake in the figure. It is greater than the hour. This will be less than 3 electron volt. Okay. Valence band will be less than. So forward energy gap is less than 3 electron volt in case of a semiconductor. So this you need to write in your 3 marks. Okay, when they ask in the examination. So under the topic, in your notes, whatever we have written, those things you need to write. Now, after the topic, you have something called short answer questions. Okay, वो तुम 3 marks में कभी मत लिखना. When they ask you separately these questions, then only you will write. You understand? So when they ask you only classification of solid in terms of energy band diagram, you simply show the energy band diagram and write one line what is in the notes. So we understand what is a solid. So in terms of energy band diagram, a solid is that, a conductor is that solid where the conduction band and valence band are overlapping each other, or they are separated by a certain energy gap, but the conduction band is already half filled. Then that solid is a conductor. Now if in a solid, the conduction band and valence band having a forward energy of greater than 3 electron volt, then that is an insulator. If in a solid, the conduction and valence band having an energy gap less than 3 electron volt, then that is a semiconductor. Clear? Now, अब इस पे कुछ questions पूछते हैं. Like, explain in terms of energy band diagram how a conductor conduct electricity. ये समझाना है. Okay, this is the first question. तुम्हें energy band, see, try to understand. They ask you in terms of energy band diagram. Okay, they didn't ask you in terms of bond theory. Bond theory बोलोगे तो you can say that the valence electrons due to interaction comes out of its orbit and that becomes a free electron, and now this free electron can free to move, hence it conducts electricity. But that is the bond theory. Bond. But we are asking band theory. So with respect to band theory, how we can say a conductor conducts electricity. So you need to say like this. In case of a conductor, the electrons are already there in the valence cell, sorry, in the conduction band. The electrons are already there in the conduction band. ये समझ में आ गया? Whether it is a overlapping, then also the electrons are there in the conduction band. But if there is energy gap, then also there is an electron in the conduction band. Because in case of a conductor, electrons are already in the conduction band. Now see. These conduction bands, the electrons are already there. They are in a particular energy level. Okay. So when I connect an electric field, when I connect a potential difference, it gives some energy and those electrons jump to the unfilled energy level of the conduction band. And that becomes a free electron now. Okay. पहले से जो एनर्जी लेवल में था उसमें वो फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन नहीं है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल दैट इज द बैलेंस सेल. बैलेंस सेल में पहले से है, ऐसा मान सकते हो. ओके. अब जब मैं इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड दूंगा उसमें, जब मैं कुछ एनर्जी दूंगा, व्हाट हैपेंस? दे जंप टू द अनफिल्ड एनर्जी लेवल ऑफ द कंडक्शन बैंड and now it becomes a free electron which helps us to conduct electricity. Clear? And that is written nicely, very nicely in the board notes, so you can study from there. Okay, if you want, I can read the book language also. See, in energy band of metals and conductors, the valence band and conduction band are either partially filled or overlap. That means they want to say like the electrons are already present in the conduction band. In presence of applied electric field, the electrons in the filled energy level of conduction band gain sufficient energy to move to the unfilled energy level in conduction band and act like free electrons. Conduction band में जो filled energy level में electrons पहले से था, जैसे ही इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड दिया उसमें इतना एनर्जी आ गया कि वो और हायर एनर्जी लेवल में चले जाए. मतलब यहां से एनर्जी लेवल बढ़ रहा है, एनर्जी बढ़ रही है. तो these are filled and these are unfilled energy levels. So these electrons can go to the unfilled energy levels. Now they are free to move, and this becomes a free electron, and hence a conductor can conduct electricity. Now next question: how we can say insulator can never conduct electricity? क्यों? Insulators में electricity कभी conduct क्यों नहीं कर सकते? Now see, what we understand: how a solid can conduct electricity when the electrons are there present in the conduction band. Or if the electrons are not present in the conduction band, if you give some energy to the electrons of the valence band equals to this much, equals to its forward energy gap, then it jumps to the conduction band and now it can conduct electricity. This is the story. But why we cannot do that with insulator? What is the reason? मैं ऐसा क्यों नहीं कर सकता? So try to understand nicely. In case of an insulator, the forward energy gap is quite huge. Greater than 3 electron volt. If you check out the energy of the electrons at room temperature, this energy of electron is 0.025 electron volt. Okay, see, the electrons are already having 0.025 electron volt energy. इतना ही मिल सकता है at room temperature में इसको. Okay, room temperature में electrons को इतना energy मिल रहा है. So what I want to say is that इतने एनर्जी जब मिल रहा है इस इलेक्ट्रॉन को, that means this energy is not sufficient enough with respect to this. Okay, that means the electrons cannot jump. Next, okay, electrons cannot jump at room temperature. Let me do one thing. We can increase the temperature of the insulator. So when I increase the temperature of the insulator, this energy gap is quite huge. If we start increasing the temperature of the insulator, so what will happen? The electrons will not gain this much of energy. It's impossible. Instead of that, this solid will change its state only. जल जाएगा वो अपना state change कर जाएगा. तो electrons को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. Electrons cannot jump to conduction band from valence band even if you start giving temperature, because the energy gap is quite huge, and that is the reason why the insulators cannot conduct electricity ever. Clear? Now next, semiconductor. This is quite interesting, and this question has a maximum possibility of chances. Semiconductor has a dual nature. What does that mean? That means it sometimes acts like an insulator and sometimes it acts like a conductor also. That's why it's called semiconductor. Conductor का आधा. ये तुम्हें समझना है कब. So what happens at 0 Kelvin? When I place a semiconductor at 0 Kelvin, the electrons in the valence band don't have sufficient energy to jump to the conduction band, and hence it acts like an insulator. It doesn't conduct electricity because electrons में तो energy नहीं होता कि वो jump कर जाए. But at room temperature, what happens? At room temperature, the electrons get sufficient energy to overcome this energy barrier, which is less than 3 electron volt. Less than 3 electron volt मतलब ये नहीं है कि बहुत ज़्यादा है. Okay, it is something like that, 0 point something electron volt energy, electron volt of forward energy gap होता है exactly. Okay, we have in the notes those datas. Now listen very carefully. Yeah. So at room temperature, the semiconductors electrons in the valence band gain sufficient energy to jump to the conduction band, and hence they conduct electricity at room temperature. But this jumping, this transition of electrons from valence band to conduction band cannot happen at 0 Kelvin. Okay, so that's why a semiconductor can act like a what? An insulator also, as well as a conductor also. So it is acting like insulator at 0 Kelvin. It is acting like conductor at room temperature. Now, you need to understand a very important factor, SQ. Main reason है energy gap का. Energy gap semiconductor का बहुत कम होता है, but energy gap insulator का बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. Okay, class. So we have discussed page number 2, all the 3 questions. Okay, short answer questions हमने तीनों पढ़ लिया. Now, next. Okay, class. Now the next topic is intrinsic semiconductor. Now, what is intrinsic semiconductor? This is called pure semiconductor. Now, if I say pure semiconductor, इसका मतलब ध्यान से सुन लो पहले हाँ. That means in the crystal, there is only semiconductor atoms. There is only semiconductor atoms. Okay, like for example, we have a silicon. If I take a silicon crystal, and if we see that in the crystal lattice, all the atoms are of silicon only, then that is an intrinsic semiconductor. After some time you will study, there are something called as impure semiconductor, where what happens now, in the crystal lattice, in place of semiconductor atoms, there are few other atoms also. That means the whole crystal lattice is not having only semiconductor atoms, but it has some other atoms which are not semiconductors. So those are called impure. गंदगी. Impure मतलब गंदगी मतलब we can say foreign element है, ऐसा बोल सकता हूँ. गंदगी मतलब मैं गंदगी मतलब गंदा मतलब वैसा मत सोचो. That means a foreign element is there. That means if I talk about semiconductor crystal, that means what happens? That crystal must contain only semiconductor atoms. लेकिन अगर उस क्रिस्टल में सेमीकंडक्टर एटम छोड़ के दूसरा कोई फॉरेन एटम है, फॉरेन एटम इज अलग. सिलिकॉन क्रिस्टल में सिलिकॉन छोड़ के दूसरा कोई एटम है, then that becomes an impure semiconductor. That is extrinsic. Impure हो जाएगा वो. That means foreign atom होगा. So in short we can say what is intrinsic semiconductor? A pure semiconductor. That means what? In the semiconductor crystal there are only semiconductor atoms. Okay. Now, if someone asks you what is an impure semiconductor, what is an intrinsic semiconductor? So in case of intrinsic semiconductors, the charge carriers, that means the particles, because of that the semiconductor conduct electricity. Those are created by thermal excitation. Now when I say thermal excitation, what I mean to say, this is very simple. Excitation. So when I say thermal excitation means I want to say, मैंने थोड़ी देर पहले बताया ना कि at room temperature electrons valence band से conduction band jump कर जाते हैं. So electrons gain some energy at room temperature. This is called thermal excitation. मतलब अपने आप हो रहा है, हमको कुछ खुद से नहीं करना पड़ेगा. मैंने room temperature में रखा, electrons को कुछ अपने आप energy मिला because of the temperature and it jumped to the conduction band. This is called thermal excitation. So we have to understand very nicely what is this thermal excitation. अपने आप temperature के कारण electron को energy मिला and they can jump to the conduction band. This is called thermal excitation. So, a semiconductor where the charge carriers are produced due to thermal excitation only. Charge carriers मतलब क्या? Charge carriers मतलब क्या? अब सुनो ध्यान से यार. ये जो यहां से जो इलेक्ट्रॉन यहां से जंप किया, यहां पे इलेक्ट्रॉन आ गया कंडक्शन बैंड में. Now this becomes a free electron. This is called charge carrier. और ये इलेक्ट्रॉन कुछ जगह बना के रखा था ना शुरू में. So when that electron goes to that place, here a hole created, which is nothing but a space, a free space created. A free space created. That space was initially filled with an electron. When that electron goes out of that space, a hole is created. Okay, a space, an empty space created. That is called as hole. Okay, which is considered as positive charge. एक इलेक्ट्रॉन ऐसे निकल गया. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक एटम से एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकल गया तो एटम पॉजिटिव चार्ज हो जाता है. समथिंग लाइक दैट. यहां से एक पॉजिटिव चार्ज निकल गया, इलेक्ट्रॉन निकल गया, that means it becomes a positive charge. That is considered as hole and this is considered as electrons. So these holes and electrons are called as charge carriers. So when these holes and electrons are created in a semiconductor only by thermal excitation, then those type of semiconductors are called as intrinsic semiconductors. Do you understand, class? तो मैंने intrinsic semiconductor का दो तरीका बताया. One, how to identify that a semiconductor is pure from a crystal lattice. So if in the crystal lattice, in a crystal, all the atoms are semiconductor atoms, there is no foreign atom inside it, then that is called pure semiconductor. Pura saaf suthra. Okay? In other way around, the next definition is what? The type of semiconductors where the charge carriers are produced only by thermal excitation. Only by thermal excitation. Okay, then they are called as intrinsic semiconductors. Now, what is my next job is that we need to understand formation of charge carriers. Okay, हम करेंगे charge carriers का formation कैसे होता है. That we gonna study indirectly. We study the same thing again. जो मैंने फटाफट पढ़ा दिया ना, just to teach you what is a hole and what is an electron. ये चीज थोड़ा अच्छे से पढ़ेंगे. अब formation of charge carriers in case of a pure semiconductor, we can study this thing in two ways. One is called as valence bond theory. One we can study in terms of bond theory, and another one we can study in terms of band theory. जो अभी हमने पढ़ा है वो था band theory. Okay, now let's talk about a bond theory. Bond theory में सिलिकॉन्स के अंदर चार एटम्स है, चार वैलेंस एटम्स है. सो ऐसे करके सिलिकॉन दूसरे सिलिकॉन के साथ बॉन्ड बनाएगा इन द क्रिस्टल. ऐसे करके बॉन्ड बनाया, राइट? यहां पे भी एक सिलिकॉन है, ऐसे करके बॉन्ड बना दिया. Okay, now listen very carefully. All the electrons are making some bond with the nearby silicon atom. All the silicon atoms in this crystal, all the atoms are silicon because it is a pure semiconductor. Okay, so all the silicon atoms are making some covalent bonds with the nearby silicon atom. Okay, this is the condition at 0 Kelvin. See, there is no free electrons. When we can say the electrons are free? When the electrons are there in the crystal lattice. This is called crystal lattice. Or we can say crystal space, lattice space, free space है. इसमें जब electrons होंगे, then those are called as free electrons. अब तो ये bond बना रहे हैं ना, they are under the covalent bond, so they are not free to move. That means now if the crystal lattice, if the crystal bond theory, if the bond condition shows like this, then the semiconductor will not conduct electricity. That is 0 Kelvin. At 0 Kelvin, the semiconductor cannot conduct electricity. Okay, how we can study in bond theory? We can study in bond theory in this way, that all the silicon atoms are pairing with each other under a covalent bond, hence no electrons are free to move. Okay, but what happens at room temperature? At room temperature, what happens? मैं इसी को बता रहा हूँ, वापस नहीं बना रहा फिर. At room temperature, what happens? One of the bond breaks due to thermal excitation. Temperature मिल गया ना, break होगा. So when one of the bond breaks, what happens? The electrons goes in the crystal lattice, space में चला जाएगा, and there is a small empty space created. So this is an electron which is free, and this is a hole. So now a charge carrier created, electron and hole. So this is the condition what happens at room temperature. That's why at room temperature what happens? It can conduct electricity. Clear? उसके बाद रूम टेम्परेचर जैसे बढ़ता रहेगा, मोर एंड मोर बॉन्ड्स विल ब्रेक. एक बॉन्ड ब्रेक नहीं होगा, बहुत सारे बॉन्ड्स ब्रेक होंगे. ओके, बट इफ आई इंक्रीज द फर्दर टेम्परेचर, मोर नंबर ऑफ बॉन्ड्स विल ब्रेक, मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड होल्स पेयर्स विल create. Okay, so we can say electron hole pairs. When I say electron hole pairs, why we say electron hole pairs? क्योंकि अगर एक फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन निकला तो ऑटोमेटिकली एक होल भी बनेगा ही, because that free electron must have come from a space, and when that electron leave that space, there is an empty space created, that is called hole, which is considered as positive charge. It is not actually a positive charge, but considered as positive charge. Do you understand, class? ये समझ में आया? So what we understand that in terms of a bond theory, why a semiconductor does not conduct electricity at room temperature at 0 Kelvin? Because at 0 Kelvin, all the silicon atoms are pairing with each other under a covalent bond. No bond is broken. There is no electron and hole pairs created, and hence it does not conduct electricity at room temperature at 0 Kelvin. Why conduct electricity at room temperature in terms of bond theory? So at room temperature, the covalent bonds break, and each covalent bond break produces a pair of electron and holes. Okay, hence charge carriers are produced, and these free electrons now conduct electricity. Now, the same thing we can study in terms of band theory also, जो कि मैं पहले पढ़ा चुका हूं. This is a conduction band and this is a valence band. They have an energy gap Eg. At 0 Kelvin, all the electrons are present in the valence band, and these electrons don't have sufficient energy, that is, don't have that much of thermal excitation that they can jump to the conduction band. Hence, they does not conduct electricity. But at room temperature, what happens? This is conduction band, this is valence band. The electrons gain sufficient energy level. थर्मल एक्साइटेशन होता है रूम टेम्परेचर में, उसमें कुछ एनर्जी आ जाती है, सो दे जंप टू द कंडक्शन बैंड. नाउ दिस बिकम्स अ फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन. सो व्हेन दे जंप, देयर इज अ एम्प्टी स्पेस क्रिएटेड, दिस बिकम्स अ होल. सो इन दिस वे चार्ज carrier is produced in terms of band theory and in terms of bond theory. That happens. Clear? Okay. Now एक्चुअल में ऐसा हो रहा होता है. ये तो हम जस्ट बैंड थ्योरी के फॉर्म में समझ रहे हैं टू मेक इट इजी, बट एक्चुअल में क्रिस्टल में तो बॉन्ड्स होते हैं. सो एक्चुअली दैट बॉन्ड थ्योरी इज हैपनिंग एक्चुअली, बट वी कैन स्टडी दोस थिंग्स इन टर्म्स ऑफ बैंड थ्योरी आल्सो. सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ अ चार्ज कैरियर फॉर्म इन अ प्योर सेमीकंडक्टर, ओके, विद बॉन्ड थ्योरी एंड विद बैंड थ्योरी. नाउ यहां से कुछ ओवरऑल चीजें मेरे को समझ में आई. क्या क्या? which I have written in page number 3 under the note. सबसे पहला, in a pure semiconductor there are two types of charge carriers, electrons and holes. Clear? Next, so when it conduct electricity, the electricity conduction is the simultaneous flow of electrons and holes. दोनों एक साथ flow करते हैं, electrons and holes, and that's why electricity conduct. Done. Next, इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी इज ऑलवेज इक्वल्स टू होल डेंसिटी. व्हाई? एक इलेक्ट्रॉन क्रिएट हुआ तो एक होल भी क्रिएट होगा ही ना बेटा, बिकॉज दैट इज द कंडीशन है. एक इलेक्ट्रॉन होल क्रिएट होगा तो एक होल क्रिएट होगा. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड? एक बॉन्ड टूटा, एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकलेगा. जब एक इलेक्ट्रॉन निकलेगा तभी तो एक होल क्रिएट होगा. एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जंप किया, देन ओनली वन होल कैन क्रिएट. ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता ना, एक इलेक्ट्रॉन जंप किया दो होल क्रिएट हो गया, हो ही नहीं सकता. बिकॉज होल क्रिएट हुआ कैसे है? होल इज नथिंग बट the space which was occupied by electron earlier. So when only one electron is jumping, there is only one hole will create. So electron density and hole density are equal. Do you understand this? Okay, and that is only equals to intrinsic semiconductor charge density. Okay, see, मैं ये बता दे रहा हूं आपको. Point number 3. Point number 2 we have discussed that the current flow is due to the simultaneous flow of electrons and holes. ये क्या है? इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी है, the number of electrons produced per unit volume. This is what hole density, number of holes per unit volume, and that is only called charge carriers. So what is Ni? Number density or charge carrier density of a pure semiconductor, intrinsic semiconductor. तो charge carrier का density is nothing but electrons and holes, because charge carriers in intrinsic semiconductor are electrons and holes. और नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और नंबर ऑफ होल्स दोनों सेम होते हैं. सो आई विल नॉट से दिस इज नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, बिकॉज वी कैन नॉट कैलकुलेट नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. वी हैव टू स्टडी इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी, होल डेंसिटी, एंड दैट इज इंट्रिंसिक कैरियर डेंसिटी. मैं बोलूंगा इंट्रिंसिक चार्ज कैरियर डेंसिटी. तो अगर मैं बोलूं इंट्रिंसिक चार्ज कैरियर, दैट मींस व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट दोस चार्ज कैरियर्स व्हिच आर प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय थर्मल एक्साइटेशन. क्या? तो थर्मल एक्साइटेशन से ऑलवेज एक इलेक्ट्रॉन और एक होल पेयर में निकलता है. दैट इज दिस थ्री आर सेम. नाउ द फोर्थ पॉइंट, दिस इज थर्ड पॉइंट, सेकंड पॉइंट वी हैव डिस्कस्ड. फोर्थ पॉइंट इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट. अब ध्यान से सुनो मेरी बात, में क्या बोल रहा हूं. अ शॉर्ट स्टोरी टेल. मैंने समझ लिया इन टर्म्स ऑफ बॉन्ड थ्योरी दैट अगर रूम टेम्परेचर में रखा, बॉन्ड्स विल ब्रेक, चार्ज कैरियर्स प्रोड्यूस हुए. फॉर एग्जांपल, रूम टेम्परेचर में रखते ही टोटल 100 बॉन्ड्स ब्रेक हुए. That means total 100 electrons and 100 holes create हुए. Clear? Now I want these 100 electrons and 100 holes are actually helping for conduction of electricity. Okay. Now what I want more conduction. I want to increase the conductivity of the semiconductor. तो अगर मुझे इस कंडक्टिविटी ऑफ सेमीकंडक्टर को बढ़ाना है, दैट मीन्स आई नीड मोर चार्ज कैरियर्स, दैट मीन्स आई नीड मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स एंड मोर होल्स. तो ये इलेक्ट्रॉन्स और होल्स क्रिएट कैसे हुए? थर्मल एक्साइटेशन से. ओके, दैट मीन्स आई नीड टू गिव मोर टेम्परेचर. सो व्हेन आई गिव मोर टेम्परेचर, मोर बॉन्ड्स विल ब्रेक. ओके, दैट मीन्स आई कैन से दैट द conductivity is proportional to temperature. ऐसा बोल सकता हूं मैं. More temperature I am giving, more charge carriers are producing, more conduction is going on. So to increase the conductivity of a semiconductor, we can increase the temperature of the semiconductor. But is it valid in practical life? Okay, this we can study in other way also, that resistance of a semiconductor is inversely proportional to temperature. ये तो हमने पहले पढ़ा चुका है. टेम्परेचर बढ़ाऊंगा तो मोर और मोर चार्ज कैरियर्स प्रोड्यूस होगा. दैट मींस का रेजिस्टेंस घट गया ना, राइट और रॉन्ग? ओके, चार्ज कैरियर्स प्रोड्यूस होगा, कंडक्टेंस बढ़ गया तो रेजिस्टेंस घट गया. और अदर वे अराउंड वी कैन से मोर और मोर टेम्परेचर इंक्रीजिंग, दिस इंप्लाइज इज कंडक्टिविटी इज आल्सो इंक्रीजिंग. ओके, क्योंकि मोर और मोर चार्ज कैरियर्स आर प्रोड्यूसिंग. सो फ्रॉम देयर व्हाट वी अंडरस्टैंड, दिस वी स्टडी इन टर्म्स ऑफ बॉन्ड थ्योरी. और बैंड थ्योरी में अगर ज्यादा से ज्यादा एनर्जी दूंगा, टेम्परेचर दूंगा, तो मोर और मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कैन जंप टू द कंडक्शन बैंड. More and more electron and hole pairs are created. That means, can I say, I can depend on the temperature to increase the conductivity of a semiconductor? अभी तो हमने यही पढ़ा ना. Again I am telling you. That means I can depend on the temperature for increasing the conductivity of a semiconductor. टेम्परेचर बढ़ाऊंगा, सेमीकंडक्टर कंडक्टिविटी बढ़ता रहेगा, सेमीकंडक्टर का चार्ज कैरियर्स बढ़ता रहेगा. नो, ऐसा नहीं कर सकता. ओके, क्यों? वहां से समझ में नहीं आएगा, यहां से समझ में आएगा. दिस इज सिलिकॉन क्रिस्टल. सिलिकॉन क्रिस्टल का अगर चारों बॉन्ड टूट गया, व्हाट विल हैपन? द क्रिस्टल ब्रेक. ओके, सो व्हाट हैपेंस इफ वी कंटिन्यूअसली इंक्रीज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ अ सेमीकंडक्टर, अ प्योर सेमीकंडक्टर. ओके, so its resistance, its conductivity will increase, but what will happen? Slowly all the bonds break and the crystal lattice break. That means we cannot depend on the temperature for increasing the conductivity of a semiconductor. इसीलिए there is a development of impure semiconductor. अब साइंटिस्ट लोग ने समझा, क्या समझा? that एक प्योर सेमीकंडक्टर का कंडक्टिविटी कंडक्ट तो करता है, क्योंकि एट रूम टेम्परेचर कुछ बॉन्ड्स ब्रेक होते हैं, कुछ चार्ज कैरियर्स प्रोड्यूस होते हैं, तो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कंडक्ट करता है, बट इट्स नॉट कंडक्टिंग दैट लेवल. सो टू इंक्रीज द कंडक्टिविटी ऑफ सेमीकंडक्टर टू फर्दर हाई लेवल, we can increase the temperature. Then they thought that if I increase the temperature continuously, what will happen? The whole crystal lattice will break. So I cannot depend on temperature. I cannot continuously increase the temperature to increase the conductivity of the semiconductor. This concept is wrong. Then they thought something else, and that is called impure semiconductor. तो अब आता है impure semiconductor. So why this impure semiconductor, also called as extrinsic semiconductor, क्या होता है? Extrinsic semiconductor क्या होता है? So एक प्योर सेमीकंडक्टर कंडक्टिविटी को बढ़ाने के लिए हम उसको इम्प्योर बनाते हैं. ओके, इम्प्योर मतलब क्या? हम सेमीकंडक्टर के क्रिस्टल में एक कोई दूसरा एटम डाल देंगे जो कि एग्जैक्टली सिलिकॉन जैसा दिखे, उसका सेम साइज हो, उसका सेम रेडियस हो, उसका सेम सिर्फ साइज के बारे में बात करते हैं, साइज हो, जो कि अगर मैं व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, एक प्योर सेमीकंडक्टर ले रहा हूं, उसके क्रिस्टल में एक दूसरा कोई एटम डाल दिया, फॉर एग्जांपल बोरोन डाल दिया. नाउ व्हेन आई पुटिंग दिस एटम ऑफ सम अदर एलिमेंट, we need to check it out whether they are same size or not, whether this substitution of boron in place of silicon will change the crystal lattice or not? तो crystal lattice को भी change नहीं कर सकता, उसका साइज भी सेम होना चाहिए. तो ये जो मैंने प्रोसीजर किया, now the pure semiconductor becomes an impure semiconductor, becomes an extrinsic semiconductor. मतलब extrinsic semiconductor क्या है? एक सेमीकंडक्टर क्रिस्टल जिसमें सेमीकंडक्टर एटम्स छोड़ के दूसरा कोई एटम भी है, अ फॉरेन एटम भी है. और ऐसा क्यों करते हैं? व्हाट इज द नीड? टू इंक्रीज द कंडक्टिविटी ऑफ द सेमीकंडक्टर. कैसे बढ़ता है? दोस थिंग्स विल स्टडी. इसी प्रोसेस को हम बोलते हैं डोपिंग. क्या बोलते हैं? डोपिंग. दैट इज व्हाट? इंट्रोड्यूसिंग ऑफ different atom, a foreign atom in the crystal lattice of silicon semiconductor crystal. Okay, this process is called doping. और जो एटम डालते हैं उसको बोलते हैं डोपेंट. क्लियर क्लास? और ये डोपेंट का कुछ कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होता है, दोस थिंग्स विल डिस्कस. सो मैंने शॉर्ट में बताया कि इंप्योर सेमीकंडक्टर क्यों आया दुनिया में. Why the scientists thought about impure semiconductor? Why we are not dealing with a pure content, pure pattern? Why we are not dealing with a raw material? Why we are making it an impure one? And then we are dealing with. The only reason is that to increase the conductivity of the semiconductor, a pure semiconductor is converted into impure semiconductor, and those semiconductors we use now. Okay, in practical life. So in practical life, pure semiconductor का कोई value नहीं है. Okay, so let's go for now extrinsic semiconductor in detail. Okay, class. Now we'll go for extrinsic semiconductor. Extrinsic semiconductor. Now we'll discuss the same thing again. That is also called as impure semiconductor. Now, what is the need of the extrinsic semiconductor? We understand. To increase the conductivity of a pure semiconductor, where we don't have to depend only on temperature to increase the conductivity. So we produce an extrinsic semiconductor. Not we, the scientists thought about extrinsic semiconductor. Now, extrinsic semiconductor दो टाइप से डिफाइन कर सकते हैं. एक, if you see the crystal lattice, in the crystal lattice, other than semiconductor atoms, if there are some atoms of some other element, then that is an extrinsic semiconductor. Or if the charge carriers produced not only due to thermal excitation, the charge carriers are produced due to thermal excitation as well as doping, then those semiconductors are called as extrinsic semiconductors. In intrinsic semiconductor, that is pure semiconductor, चार्ज कैरियर जो प्रोड्यूस हो रहा था सिर्फ थर्मल एक्साइटेशन के कारण हो रहा था. बट यहां पे चार्ज कैरियर थर्मल एक्साइटेशन तो होगा ही होगा, साथ साथ डोपिंग के कारण भी होगा. सो व्हाट इज डोपिंग? मैंने पढ़ा था व्हाट इज डोपिंग. डोपिंग इज एडिशन ऑफ द फॉरेन एलिमेंट, दैट फॉरेन एटम. Okay, that is impure atom. We can say it is impure atom in the semiconductor crystal is called as doping, and the atom which we put is called as dopant. Okay, now there are few characteristics of the dopant. What are those few characteristics? पहला, size of the dopant, that is जो foreign atom डाल रहा वो equivalent to size of the semiconductor होना चाहिए. Next, जब मैं वो डालूंगा crystal lattice का shape change नहीं होना चाहिए. Clear? और वो exactly same fit हो जाना चाहिए. Last is very important. Concentration of doping should be very small. मतलब क्या? In terms of million silicon atom, we place one foreign atom. मतलब 1:million होगा. बहुत ही कम कंसेंट्रेशन में डालेंगे. ऐसा नहीं कि सिलिकॉन क्रिस्टल में सिलिकॉन ही कम है और इम्प्योरिटी एटम ज्यादा हो गया, फॉरेन एटम ज्यादा हो गया. ऐसा नहीं, बहुत ही कम कंसेंट्रेशन होता है. ओके, you understand? Now let's talk about the dopants, that is types of dopants. किस dopants को हम यूज कर सकते हैं? Now it depends on actually what is silicon valence electrons? 4. Similarly germanium valence electron, again it is 4. क्योंकि अगर बॉन्ड में चले जाओ, silicon is making 4 bonds with the nearby silicon atoms. So depending on that, types of dopants are of 2 different types. One is called trivalent dopant and another is called पेंटावैलेंट डोपेंट. ठीक है, अगर मैं ट्राइवैलेंट डोपेंट का बात करूं, दैट इज अ डोपेंट व्हिच हैज 3 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. पेंटावैलेंट व्हिच हैज 5 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. क्लियर? ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल इफ आई टेक एन एग्जांपल, व्हाट इज ट्राइवैलेंट? फॉर एग्जांपल इंडियम. ओके, और बोरोन. पेंटावैलेंट फॉर एग्जांपल एल्यूमिनियम. ठीक है ना? और फॉस्फोरस, नॉट एल्यूमिनियम, फॉस्फोरस. Okay, with these things I don't remember exactly, सो पेंटावेलेंट के अंदर मैं फॉस्फोरस ले सकता हूँ, आर्सेनिक ले सकता हूँ, और ट्राइवेलेंट की जगह मैं इंडियम ले सकता हूँ, एल्यूमिनियम ले सकता हूँ, गैलियम ले सकता हूँ, बोरोन ले सकता हूँ, इंडियम ले सकता हूँ, बोरोन. सो दोज एटम्स which has 3 valence electrons. Okay, example, that doesn't mean that all the elements which have 3 valence electrons can act like a dopant. No, उनका सेम साइज भी तो होना चाहिए, वो क्रिस्टलाइटिस में एग्जैक्टली फिट भी तो होना चाहिए. तो द एग्जांपल्स यू नीड टू रिमेंबर इंडियम, बोरोन एंड ऑल एंड ऑल. ठीक है, एल्यूमिनियम, फास्फोरस, आर्सेनिक, बिस्मथ. ओके, these things you need to remember. So for the time being, I remember only 2 things. For example, boron for case of a 3 valence electron and phosphorus in case of a 5 valence electron. So these are the 2 types of dopants. Now, these dopants are called as donor dopants. Now, why these donor dopants? And these dopants are called as acceptor dopants. Now, donor dopants क्यों बोलते हैं? क्योंकि देखो इसमें 5 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन है ना, तो 4 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन सिलिकॉन के 4 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन के साथ बॉन्ड बनाएगा और एक वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्री रह जाएगा. तो ये क्या करता है, क्रिस्टलाइटिस में एक वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट कर देता है. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड डोनर. और ये क्या करेगा, इसका सिर्फ 3 है तो 3 के साथ 2 बॉन्ड बनाएगा और एक रह जाएगा खाली. दैट इज वो एक्सेप्ट कर सकता है दूसरे इलेक्ट्रॉन. दिस थिंग्स विल डिस्कस लेटर ऑन अगेन इन केस ऑफ बॉन्ड थ्योरी. व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एक्सेप्टर, व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड डोनर. ओके, so we understand how a extrinsic semiconductor produced, what is doping, what are the characteristics of dopant, and what are the different types of dopant. So dopant are of 2 different types, trivalent and pentavalent. Now we are taking a silicon semiconductor, we are doping with a trivalent impurity. Okay, this produces a different type of semiconductor into extrinsic, different types of impure semiconductor, and when we dope with a pentavalent impurity, this produces a different type of semiconductor. So let's talk about types of impure semiconductor. impure semiconductor का टाइप भी अलग अलग होता है. पहला p टाइप सेमीकंडक्टर, ना इसको हम बोलते हैं p टाइप. क्यों p टाइप, किस लिए, एवरीथिंग विल डिस्कस लेटर. ओके, सी p टाइप क्यों, पॉजिटिव टाइप क्यों. इस केस में क्या होता है, सिलिकॉन को मैं डोप करता हूं ट्राइवेलेंट इंप्यूरिटी के साथ. ट्राइवेलेंट, हाँ, कैसे, सी दिस सिलिकॉन making bonds with another silicon boron. अब 4 इलेक्ट्रॉन सिलिकॉन के होते हैं और 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन बोरोन का होता है. ठीक है, अगेन लाइक दिस. सो दिस इज द बॉन्ड कॉन्सेप्ट. नाउ when I doped a boron atom in a silicon crystal, see nicely, the boron atom only have 3 electrons, so it makes 3 bonds. But this bond with this silicon atom, one bond is not created, so one empty space is already created without any thermal excitation. So this is the condition at 0 Kelvin. 0 केल्विन में पहले से एक होल पहले से क्रिएटेड है, होल पहले से क्रिएटेड है, बॉन्ड टूटने का जरूरत नहीं पड़ा, होल क्रिएटेड है. क्लियर, यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. अब सो सी ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड, पहले से एक होल है. अब मान लो रूम टेम्परेचर में चला गया, एक बॉन्ड टूटा. सो व्हाट विल हैपन, फॉर एग्जांपल ये बॉन्ड टूटा, ठीक है, और ये वाला बॉन्ड टूटा. फॉर एग्जांपल ये वाला बॉन्ड टूटा, तो इधर क्या होगा, यहां पे होल क्रिएट हो जाएगा, यहां पे इलेक्ट्रॉन आ जाएगा. सो सी नाउ व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, होल्स आर मोर, इलेक्ट्रॉन इज लेस. इन प्योर सेमीकंडक्टर व्हाट वाज हैपनिंग, एक बॉन्ड वाज, वन बॉन्ड इज ब्रेकिंग एंड वन होल एंड वन इलेक्ट्रॉन वाज क्रिएटेड. But now what is happening, due to doping, one hole is already created without breaking of bonds. Now at room temperature the bond is breaking, so one hole and electron is creating. So what is happening, number of holes, that the hole concentration is always greater than the electron concentration. Now they are not equal, hole का concentration ज्यादा है. Okay, so that's why it is called p type, positive type. Holes are considered as positive, so it is called p type semiconductor. Do you understand class? Okay, so when we talk about an impure semiconductor, पी टाइप, इसके अंदर दो टाइप्स ऑफ चार्ज कैरियर्स है, एक है इलेक्ट्रॉन, एक है होल। लेकिन किसको हम मेजोरिटी चार्ज कैरियर बोलेंगे? मेजोरिटी कैरियर कौन सा होगा? होल्स, क्योंकि होल्स ज्यादा है। और माइनॉरिटी कैरियर्स कौन सा होगा? इलेक्ट्रॉन्स। ओके, अब मेरी बात ध्यान से सुनो। वो तो दिख रहा है ना मुझे काउंट करके कि होल्स ज्यादा है बोल के मेजोरिटी कैरियर, ऐसा नहीं। मेजोरिटी कैरियर्स आर दोस कैरियर्स व्हिच आर प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय डोपिंग, minority carriers are those carriers which are produced by thermal excitation. ये दिमाग में घुसा लो, because these things will be helpful later on when we deal with a junction diode, PN diode. So majority carriers किसको बोलते हैं? Which are produced by doping, and minority carriers किसको बोलते हैं? Which are produced by thermal excitation. ठीक है? So this is majority carrier and minority carriers. हो गया, दो तो हो गया. So why we call it as P type? You understand? So this is the formation of charge carriers in terms of P type. Okay, majority carriers you understand, minority carriers you understand. You understand the whole concentration is more than the electron concentration. Why? And that is the reason it is a P type. Now, in a normal pure semiconductor, what is the energy band diagram? The energy band diagram look like this. This is the valence band. This is the conduction band. This is completely filled. यहां पे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होते हैं ऐसे करके, and this is the energy gap. Now, 1 marks question sometimes asks, draw the energy band diagram for P type semiconductor. अब तुम्हें क्या करना है, सुनो ध्यान से. This is a P type semiconductor. इसके energy band diagram में क्या डिफरेंस होगा? These holes which were created due to doping, the holes which were created due to doping, they produce a separate energy level which is called as acceptor level. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Acceptor level, which is close to valence band. Okay, that means here we have holes already. Done. Clear? So now what happens? And what are these free electrons? जो बॉन्ड टूटने के कारण क्रिएट हुआ, वो फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स पहले से कंडक्शन बैंड में है. So अंडरस्टैंड, ये वाला इलेक्ट्रॉन किस लिए दिखा रहे हैं फिगर में? वो जो फ्री इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है, और ये होल्स कौन से? जो डोपिंग के कारण प्रोड्यूस हुआ. ओके, दिस इज द एनर्जी बैंड डायग्राम ऑफ अ पी टाइप सेमीकंडक्टर. सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड नाइसली कि किस लिए कौन आया. ये बैलेंस बैंड था, इसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है, हो गया. ये कंडक्शन बैंड था जिसमें इलेक्ट्रॉन्स नहीं होना चाहिए, हो गया. नॉर्मल कंडीशन इज दिस. बट जब हम डोपिंग करते हैं, रूम टेम्परेचर में लेके आते हैं, बॉन्ड भी टूट जाता है, और डोपिंग के कारण we have extra holes also. So the extra holes which are created due to doping, they create a acceptor level. Clear? Why acceptor? Because trivalent impurities are called as acceptor dopants. Okay, now where is that acceptor level? That acceptor level is close to valence band. Now these holes try to attract the electrons. So that means now the electrons are already present in the acceptor level. So earlier the electrons need to jump this energy gap, but now the electrons need to jump only this energy gap. So थोड़ा energy gap घट गया, so that is why the conductivity increases now. Clear? Understand? Okay. Now next thing, why it is called acceptor dopant? Now see, try to understand. ये जो holes create होता है ना बेटा, ये जो holes, they try to attract the nearby electrons of the atoms. ओके, नियरबाई इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को अट्रैक्ट करने का कोशिश करता है. ओके, इसलिए हम ये वाला बोरोन का एटम को नहीं, सिलिकॉन के एटम को अट्रैक्ट करेगा. तो ये अट्रैक्ट जब करेगा, यहाँ पे होल्स क्रिएट हो जाएगा, इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ चला गया, तो यहाँ होल्स क्रिएट हो गया. दैट्स व्हाई ये एक्सेप्ट करता है इलेक्ट्रॉन्स को अपने. यहाँ पे देखो, दिस होल्स दे आर ट्राइंग टू एक्सेप्ट द इलेक्ट्रॉन्स ऑन द वैलेंस बैंड. आई एम टीचिंग बोथ वेज, दोनों बॉन्ड थ्योरी एज वेल एज बैंड थ्योरी आल्सो. सो इफ यू डोंट अंडरस्टैंड बॉन्ड थ्योरी, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड बैंड थ्योरी. एक्सेप्टर लेवल क्यों बोलते हैं? बिकॉज दे try to accept the electrons from valence band to the acceptor level. So this is called p-type semiconductor. I hope you understand what is a p-type semiconductor class. Now let's go for a n-type semiconductor, जो कि मैं उसको रब नहीं करूंगा, साथ साथ पढ़ेंगे ताकि तुम समझ में आए. So when I doped a pure semiconductor with trivalent impurity which has only 3 valence electron, in those cases one hole is created automatically without any thermal excitation, and when there is a thermal excitation, more electrons and holes are also created. So Number of holes are more than number of electrons. So it is called positive type, p-type semiconductor. Here, what is the energy band diagram? That is the energy band diagram. That is very important. Ask an exam. Now, let's go to n-type semiconductor. Now, n-type semiconductor, what will happen? We will dope with a pentavalent impurity. Pentavalent impurity, let's take it as an aluminium. Again, गलती कर दिया. Phosphorus. Okay, और arsenic. पेंटावेलेंट इम्प्योरिटी में 5 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन होते हैं. चलो बात करते हैं. ये सिलिकॉन हो गया. Okay, ये है phosphorus. These silicons have 4 valence electrons. Like this, they making pair, but the phosphorus has 5 valence electrons. So what is happening? Out of 5, 4 is making bonds with the silicon atoms, nearby silicon atom, but there is one extra electron created, which is already free to move now. So without any thermal excitation, we already have an extra electron. Now, due to thermal excitation, one bond breaks. So one hole is created and electron is created. So finally, more electron is there and less hole is there. So that's why it's called more electron, n-type, negative type semiconductor. Clear? Okay. So अब देखो इसमें क्या हुआ? Due to doping, electron is already there, and due to thermal excitation, electron and hole pairs is created. But overall, electron का concentration ज्यादा होगा, hole का concentration कम होगा, क्योंकि doping के कारण जो प्रोड्यूस हुआ वो इलेक्ट्रॉन है. तो यहाँ पे मेजोरिटी कैरियर कौन सा है? जो ज्यादा है, that is electron. If in this way you understand, then also is fine. But in other way, but actual concept is what? Majority carrier कौन प्रोड्यूस करता है? डोपिंग के कारण प्रोड्यूस होता है. And minority carriers कौन सा है जो कम है? That is hole. कौन प्रोड्यूस करता है? थर्मल एक्साइटेशन के कारण प्रोड्यूस होता है. Clear? Okay. Understood? Okay. Now, if I talk about the energy band diagram of n-type semiconductor. Now, these dopants are called as donor impurities. Why? Because see, they are donating an electron to the crystal lattice of semiconductor already. That's why called donor impurities. इसका energy band diagram क्या होगा? This is a conduction band and this is a valence band. Okay, valence band is filled. Now, ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है, जो कि डोपिंग के कारण प्रोड्यूस हुआ, वो एक एनर्जी लेवल बनाएगा close to conduction band. This is called donor level. Now the electrons can easily jump to the conduction band because the energy gap is very less. Do you understand, class? The energy gap बहुत छोटा हो गया, so it's easy to jump. Okay, so that is the energy band diagram for a n-type semiconductor. Now, so we understand in a extrinsic, that is in a impure semiconductor, there are 2 types of charge carriers. One is majority, another is minority. P-type में majority holes है, minority electrons है. P-type positive type है. Why majority holes है? क्योंकि holes are created by doping. Majority carriers are produced by doping. Minority carriers are produced by thermal excitation. And same goes for n-type. Okay. Now there are 2 questions are there in the note. If you go to question page number 5, okay. Page number 5 में we have discussed about page number 4 everything. Now page number 5 के बारे में बात करते हैं. There are 2 differences. Those things you will study on your own. Difference between n-type and p-type. Difference between intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductors. थोड़ा डिफरेंस मैंने पढ़ाने के टाइम में पढ़ा दिया. नेक्स्ट, अगर मैं एक प्योर सेमीकंडक्टर का बात करूं, उसमें क्या होता है? Ne equals to NH equals to Ni होता है. What is Ni? इंट्रिंसिक सेमीकंडक्टर का चार्ज कैरियर का डेंसिटी. अगर मैं इम्प्योर का बात करूं तो इम्प्योर में क्या होगा? Ne into NH equals to Ni स्क्वायर होता है. ठीक है. इम्प्योर मतलब क्या? सिलिकॉन में, तो सिलिकॉन का जो प्योर का Ni वैल्यू है, that will be equals to Ne into NH. You will not face any numericals from there. Don't worry, numericals hardly कुछ आ सकता है. So then also I'm writing here this expression. Okay, class. I hope you understand. This formula you need to remember. N into NH equals to Ni square. But what is N? What is NH? Electron density is an impure semiconductor. Hole density is the impure semiconductor. Of course, they are not same. And if you multiply these two, this will be equals to उस semiconductor का जो pure version था, उसमें कितना intrinsic carrier था? Ni square. ये समझो अच्छे से हाँ. उस impure semiconductor का जो pure version था, जिसमें कोई doping नहीं था, तब उसका कुछ intrinsic charge carrier density था, उसका square होगा. Next, two very important vital question asked. Why silicon semiconductors are preferred over germanium semiconductors? ओके ये क्वेश्चन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और तुम देखोगे बेसिकली मार्केट में सिलिकॉन डायोड्स मिलते हैं, जर्मेनियम डायोड्स मिलना मुश्किल होता है. नाउ दिस क्वेश्चन कैन बी डन इन टू डिफरेंट वेज. अगर मैं फॉरबिडन एनर्जी गैप देखूं, अगर सिलिकॉन का देखूं तो वो है 1.2 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट, अगर जर्मेनियम का देखूं वो है 0.72 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट, जो कि मुझे शुरू में याद नहीं आ रहा था. 1.2 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट एंड 0.72 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट. नाउ जिसका एनर्जी गैप जितना कम होगा उतना इजीली कंडक्ट करेगा, राइट? दैट मींस उसके लिए उसके हिसाब से इन दैट वे जर्मेनियम हैज लेस एनर्जी गैप. दैट मींस जर्मेनियम मस्ट प्रेफर्ड ओवर सिलिकॉन. वी शुड यूज जर्मेनियम बिकॉज इट कैन इजीली कंडक्ट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. क्लियर? बिकॉज एनर्जी गैप कम है. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट क्रॉस क्वेश्चन व्हाट कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन आई एम क्रिएटिंग. I am saying the actual cases silicon semiconductors are preferred over germanium semiconductor. This is the question. But I am creating a contradiction. What contradiction I am creating is that in case of silicon, energy gap, the forbidden energy gap, that means the gap between conduction and valence band is 1.2 electron volt. But germanium में ये gap 0.72 होता है. तो जितना gap कम होगा उतना अच्छा है ना मेरे लिए बेटा. Because electrons can easily transit and easily conduct होगा. तो फिर भी सिलिकॉन को भी क्यों लेते हैं? दो रीजन. पहला, अगर एनर्जी बैंड गैप ज्यादा है दैट मीन्स इसको मैं हाई टेम्परेचर तक काम करवा सकता हूं, खराब नहीं होगा. ओके, अगर एनर्जी बैंड कम है तो अगर ज्यादा टेम्परेचर दे दूंगा तो जल्दी सारे इलेक्ट्रॉन्स जंप कर जाएंगे. इन अदर वे राउंड वी से सारे बॉन्ड्स जल्दी टूट जाएंगे. यहां तो जंप कर रहे दिख रहे हैं ना हमको, लेकिन एक्चुअल में तो बॉन्ड्स टूटते हैं ना. तो इसका क्रिस्टलाइटिस जल्दी ब्रेक हो जाएगा, बट इसका क्रिस्टलाइटिस जल्दी ब्रेक नहीं होगा. इट कैन वर्क टू अ हाई टेम्परेचर. पहला पॉइंट. दूसरा पॉइंट, अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, सिलिकॉन सैंड में मिल जाता है आराम से. जमीन से कोई भी सैंड उठाओ, उसका कुछ कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट पार्टिकल सिलिकॉन होता है. सो इट इज इजिली अवेलेबल इन मार्केट. इट कैन इजिली प्रोड्यूस फ्रॉम द सैंड. सैंड से कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट पार्टिकल्स को अलग अलग करो, वहां से सिलिकॉन मिल जाएगा. मतलब बहुत ही चीप है, लेस कॉस्ट है, क्योंकि इसका अवेलेबिलिटी बहुत इजी है. That's why we prefer silicon semiconductors over germanium semiconductors. Clear? Now, the next type is, which type of extrinsic semiconductor is widely used? N type or P type? अब इसको भी समझना का दो तीन तरीका है. Okay, I will say N type semiconductors are widely used. You can talk with respect to energy band diagram also. देखो, N type semiconductor में electrons are already here, very close to the conduction band, so very less amount of energy required to jump to the conduction band and easily conduction होगा. P type में easily conduction नहीं होगा. N type में easily conduction होगा. क्यों? एक तो तुम energy band diagram में समझ सकते हो. Next, what is written in the book is that, in the notes is that, we know in an N-type semiconductor the majority carrier is electron, but in P-type semiconductor the majority carrier is hole. ठीक है? अब कंडक्टिविटी मतलब क्या? कितना इजीली चार्ज कैरियर कैन मूव, दैट इज मोबिलिटी, which you studied in electricity chapter. Mobility is inversely proportional to the mass of charge carrier. ओके, मतलब जिसका मास जितना छोटा होगा उसका मोबिलिटी उतना ज्यादा होगा. खैर, अब एन टाइप में इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इज द मेजॉरिटी कैरियर, पी टाइप में होल्स इज द मेजॉरिटी कैरियर. इलेक्ट्रॉन का मास बहुत छोटा होता है विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू होल्स. ठीक है, तो मोबिलिटी ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इज मच मोर देन द मोबिलिटी ऑफ होल्स. सो इजिली मोबाइल है, इलेक्ट्रॉन्स कैन इजिली फ्लो विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू होल्स. Hence, we prefer N-type semiconductor over P-type semiconductor. Okay, so in this video, whatever we have discussed till now, that was the basic of semiconductors. Energy bands कैसे बनते हैं, सेमीकंडक्टर में कैसे कंडक्शन होता है, जीरो केल्विन में क्या होता है, रूम टेम्परेचर में कैसे होता है, हाउ द चार्ज केबल्स आर प्रोड्यूस्ड, थर्मल एक्साइटेशन से प्रोड्यूस होता है. अब थर्मल एक्साइटेशन पे मैं टोटली डिपेंड करूंगा तो क्रिस्टल लैटिस ब्रेक हो जाएगा. दैट इज द रीजन व्हाई वी हैव अ इम्प्योर सेमीकंडक्टर. हाउ वी प्रोड्यूस एन इम्प्योर सेमीकंडक्टर? बाय डोपिंग. डोपिंग करने के लिए व्हाट आर द थिंग्स वी नीड टू डू? We can use two different types of dopants. Depending on two different types of dopants, pentavalent and trivalent, we have two different types of semiconductors, p-type and n-type. Okay, and what is the majority carrier in n-type? What is the majority carrier in p-type? Those all are basics we studied. Now, this all knowledge will be used in the next video to understand what is a p-n junction diode. Okay, for the time being, that's all for this video class. Thank you very much.